Hi, it's Alaska Granny. Today I wanted to talk to you about top off your pantry. I just had my grandchildren here for about 9 days. Is it a giant plant?
Yeah. Bamboo.
Yeah, it's like bamboo, isn't it? It's hollow inside. What happens when you shake it all over? Then what happens?
Seeds.
The seeds go everywhere. Yeah. Let's go scatter the seeds in the wood. Now beat it on the ground a few times. What's what?
That.
That's bear poop. Remember I said there's bear poop out here?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, there's some more. Then that's fresh. Oh my gosh. That is fresh. Oh, jeez. Okay, that's bear poop. Now we know why this area was flattened out. Somebody's been sleeping here. And he left his poop. Wow. Okay, that's why you got to keep your head on a swivel. Come put your foot next to this. Then you can tell how big it is compared to the size of your foot. Put your foot next to the poop. Put your foot right next to it. You look at that. It's bigger than your Crocs. I was able to have a supply of the foods that I think they would enjoy and then resupply while they were here. But I want to make sure then that now that I know more of the quantity of things that they eat, I want to make sure that I have plenty for the next time they arrive. We never know when we're going to have unexpected visitors. We never know what might become somebody's newest favorite food. But having an idea of who could be coming to your home in an emergency, family that knows that they can depend on you and would be welcome, you want to make sure that you're going to have a quantity of things that they would want and that you have the variety of foods that they enjoy. There's no sense stocking up on foods that you just figure you'll eat it if you're hungry, because you want to enjoy the meals that you're making and the time that you're sharing with those that we care about. They've gone back home, but I've topped off the pantry with some of their favorites in anticipation of that they will come and visit their granny again. So let me show you some of the favorites and see if it's something that you have or have not thought about that maybe you want to include in your food stockpile as well. Little pouches of fruit are great because they don't have to be refrigerated. They're easy to serve. You don't need can openers or spoons. Fresh fruit doesn't last, but you can hand a kid a pouch or even enjoy one yourself. These are also quite good if you want to add them into your oatmeal. I bought another box of the Krusteaz waffle mix. My kids enjoyed having waffles and I was happy to make them for them. Another brand that I buy when I can find it is the Snoqualmie Falls, because it only requires water and oil. The Krusteaz requires an egg, and so it's nice if you can have a powdered egg if you don't have a fresh egg, or even some of the Bob's Red Mill egg replacer if waffles are something that you want to make. My little grandchildren don't want syrup on their waffles, but I do, and so, you know, if you're going to be making food for your family, make sure that you have enough variety so that everybody has what they enjoy. Nutri-Grain bars have always been a favorite of mine, and I try to buy them when I can find them at Walmart because the Fruit and Grain Walmart brand are excellent, and so that's something that these can last a long time in your pantry too. They're also a great grab and go. My little kids refer to these as red bars. Creamy peanut butter. My grandchildren went through 3 jars of peanut butter. They love to just scoop it on a spoon, have it on a Ritz. They love their peanut butter. So thankfully no one in my family has any kind of peanut allergy. So I picked up a few extra jars so that I have it for the next time they come. Peanut butter can last a long time, but it has a lot of natural oils, so don't count on it being there forever. I made a video about opening an outdated jar of peanut butter. It had never been opened and it had turned rancid. So pay attention to the date. It can last longer, but don't count on it. The 18 ounces is the size that I choose to buy, because nobody wants to stick their arm down in a big old empty jar to scrape down to the bottom and get peanut butter all over your hands and your sleeve. In my opinion, it also stays fresher, because once you're getting down into a giant jug of peanut butter, there's so much air in the jar that this, I think, helps it taste better longer. I bought another container of oatmeal. I tried to convince my little granddaughter, let's have porridge for breakfast. And she said, okay, what's porridge? Remember the story of Goldilocks and the three bears? They were eating porridge. And she said, I think I'd rather have raspberries. But Grandma still loves her porridge, her oatmeal. A food that I've had a hard time finding lately has been the Betty Crocker muffin mixes. These pouches are so delicious, and you only need to add water. And sometimes if I have fresh berries or frozen out of my garden, I'll put a few in there before I bake it, and then they're really good. They are now like $1.99. They used to be $1. I realize that I'm old, but that wasn't that long ago that these have gone up dramatically in price. Something that I do is I buy the paper muffin cup liners, and then I store them into a wide mouth canning jar, and you can just stack them all in there. They stay clean and dry and uncrushed in the pantry. I have several containers of them. I think you can even pick them up at the Dollar Tree for not very much money, and then you can have a supply. The paper muffin cups are great, not only for making muffins, but you can also use them to, say, make a serving of chips or popcorn or cookies, something like that. And then you don't have a plate to wash. You have a nice little handheld container. My littles love the mac and cheese, so I have some Easy Mac because it's quick and easy to make. You just need to add water. But something I learned on vacation a while ago was they used to come with a little cup in them, and they don't anymore. So pay attention if you haven't purchased these in a long time. You need to have a bowl to put it in the microwave. That happened to me on a vacation, and I didn't have a bowl, and I didn't realize they didn't come in a cup. So learn from my little mistake and challenge. Sometimes we want more than a little serving, so I also stocked up on some of the regular boxes of Kraft macaroni and cheese. I've lived long enough. I'm not going to eat the generic anymore. Kraft macaroni and cheese is my favorite, my food of choice, and I am going to spend a few extra cents to have the food that I enjoy eating. Another easy food to have for the grandkids or for an emergency is the little packs of Jell-O, because you just need to tear them open to eat. So you can put them in your lunch, you can put them in a picnic basket, you can eat them if the power goes out. Then I've had that challenge 2 times in the last few weeks where the power was out for 6 hours and another time for 2 hours. You never know when it's coming back on, and so it's nice to know I don't have to cook something. I can get a granola bar, I can get a package of Jell-O, I can get an applesauce fruit pouch. There's all kinds of little foods that you can eat that don't require any cooking. Top off your pantry with some easy to open, tear open and eat foods too, in case you have the challenge that you don't have a way to cook. I have several bags of chicken nuggets in the freezer, but I don't necessarily want to eat the chicken nuggets every time the kids do. So I bought 6 cans of the Hereford roast beef. This is very good. It comes in gravy, and there's a lot of different ways to prepare it. And I also picked up 6 cans of the chicken. These are delicious and they're easy to use. You don't have to do any cooking. You can wrap it in a burrito, you can turn it into a sandwich, you can eat it with crackers, and you can put it into a lot of different recipes and things like that. Avocado, cilantro, lime Triscuits aren't just Granny's favorite. While my little grandchildren were here, they call these robot crackers, and they ate their way through 5 boxes of them. So luckily, I was still able to get some more. These aren't always available, which that can be a challenge. They also like Ritz crackers, and I have a big box of those. They like to eat peanut butter Ritz crackers all the time. They love them. Because I'm the granny, I like to put a marshmallow on their plate. It helps them look forward to their meal. I like to buy marshmallows. Right now, they're on a big marshmallow kick. They used to like the little marshmallows. Marshmallows don't necessarily last that long by themselves. However, you can dehydrate them. If you have a dehydrator, I made a video on how you can dehydrate marshmallows. You basically spread them out in the dehydrator, and then as it heats them up to dry them out, they puff up like when you're roasting them in the campfire, and then they turn all dried up, and then they're like, say, those little marshmallows that are in a hot chocolate mix, or they're like the little marshmallows in, what is that cereal? Lucky Charms. And they are a delicious snack just the way they are. So if you have extra marshmallows, don't let them just sit in your pantry getting sticky and stuck together and stale. You can always put them into a dehydrator if that's something that you have on hand. So take time to make sure that you have enough food, top off your pantry so that you have the food not only for unexpected visitors or when your family comes, but we don't know really what's coming ahead. We still hear about all this unrest all over the world. There's a lot of disagreement about the coming election. We also hear the warnings about new viruses, monkeypox, new kinds of bird flu, new strains of COVID. We just don't know what's coming. And over the last few years, if there's things that we learn, it's that anything can happen, and it can happen very quickly, and we can be facing an extreme challenge. So prepare to face the challenges. That's why I'm a prepper. It's lifestyle insurance so that you have the things you need. You can get up, get going, keep your life running smoothly. You have the things you need, and if the power goes out or the water stops running or somebody is sick or there's a big winter storm or just the world facing us crashing down, we have the basics so that we can get up and get going with the things of solving the problems and the challenges that are. And the challenge shouldn't be, I don't have anything to eat, I don't have any toilet paper, I don't have any soap, because we are preparing to have those basic necessities to help our life run smoothly. Leave in the comments below, what are some items that you are thinking about adding into your pantry? What are some favorites that you have? Because in a challenge, we want to have something that's comforting to us. We don't just want to eat something just because it's there. We want to have the comfort of enjoying the meal and the time we spend together. Is every meal you make going to be the best, most delicious thing ever? No. Otherwise, we'd never know when something was really special. But stay away from the things that are just cheap or you don't like, and stick to things that you actually are willing to eat. That's the most successful way to have a prepper pantry, because then you will use that food, rotate, and replace it. And if there's foods that you're finding you're not eating anymore, try to use them up and then replace that food with something that you will eat, so that in the days ahead, you'll have what you need to have the best outcome of every challenge that we face. I hope you'll like my video, share it with someone else you think might find it interesting. Please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.
Or up the stairs.
Yeah, look, it's raining.
It's raining. That's why Teddy didn't bring his jacket.
Yeah. What did you find?
A frog.
What kind of frog is it? Is it an Alaska wood frog?
Ow! Oh!
Yeah.
It was climbing out.
Yeah, there he is. He's little, isn't he? But he's feisty. Did you have fun playing with him a little bit?
Yeah.
I'm getting ready. There he goes. There he goes. Okay. Oh, have a happy life. Okay, we'll let him go.